Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm out here on Movie World on the Gold Coast on what is actually a very rainy and miserable sort of day. But that's all cool. We're gonna get inside because I've actually got a different sort of video planned for you guys today. So I think, let's get in. Okay, so we've just got inside the gates. It's also just started spitting, so I think let's make a beeline to get into one of the gift shops, because I want to show that off to you guys and what else is new in there before we get around to what my idea was for today's video. But like I said, it's raining. I want to get you guys out of it. Let's just keep moving. Just as we're about to head into the gift shop, we can see there's a whole ton of scrim walls up here in front of what this used to be like character meet and greet or something like that. So I've made it into like the t-shirt area, which is usually the place we kind of find new merchandise. So far I'm thinking either that singlet and the Tweety singlet is new. It feels new and it's still within the adult shirt pricing, 35 for one, 60 for two. This also feels like it could be new. It's one of the kids ones. It's got like a detachable Wonder Woman cape on the back of the t-shirt. And that's also one of the kids' prices, 30 for one and 2 for 50. But just trying to see what else is jumping out to us at the moment. I don't think any of these are new. Maybe this one, the Dark Knight. It's like raised lettering. We've also got this, which is definitely new, I believe, which is a Supergirl, almost like jersey material. It says Warner Brothers Movie World on the back. It says sports. And 56, which may be the founding date for Supergirl in the comics, but I'm not totally sure. I think that's all that's in here, except for them just rearranging how some of the stuff's laid out. But I think let's head on to the next gift shop and then to our final target. So I've come into the boutique store, just the next one along. I think we've got like a new like cropped sort of tank here under the adult pricing. And this plain Beep Beep Roadrunner one to celebrate that character. That also seems like it's new. I can't remember seeing that before. We've still got the Joker and the Harley Quinn flannel, but Harley Quinn has gone back up to full price from the discounted price that we had last time we were out here. And I think we've also got a new like Joker university style sweatshirts, and that's $60 as well. We've still got the short sleeve and the long sleeve like 100 years of Warner Brothers t-shirts. Trying to see if there's anything else that's jumping out that I think is new. I don't think there is. Maybe this Daffy like fleece sweatshirt at 60, and also maybe like this super cropped female t-shirt under the adult pricing. But that's pretty much it, I think, that's new. So I think let's head around. So now we're undercover and the sun's actually come out a bit. It stopped raining a little bit. I thought I'd actually explain to you guys what today's concept is for this video. So we're going to head over into the Dobie Kids area, but this time I'm actually going to make a bit more of a closer look into what is the height restrictions, age restrictions and all that sort of stuff for the rides in there, so you guys are more aware of what can and can't be done by certain children of certain age brackets and height brackets when you're coming out to the parks. I think it sounds like a plan of attack. Let's head around there and see what it actually has. Let's head into the Dobie Kids area, and just as we do, we can see that Bugs and Daffy are out here doing a meet and greet. But I think let's circle around up here the top way and start having a closer look at some of these attractions, guys. Okay, so we've come to our first board, and this particular one, I can't see any age bracket, but we have got a height bracket here. So they have to be over 90 centimeters. However, you can't also be over 145. So it's like a little swinging birdcage ride. And this is one that children can do, but obviously adults cannot do with them due to the 125 centimeter, unless you happen to fall under that. The rest of it seems pretty basic, like no food, no bare feet, no large items, no photos or videoing on it. So I think let's head to the next one, which would be Yosemite Sam's Railway. And okay, they've got like an old school sort of board here. So let's see what this one is. So you have to be over 110. You can't be under 110. Makes logical sense. Again, same sort of things. Eating. This one has smoking, large items, bare feet. So let's get closer. So this is just like a little train thing. Does the circuit around its course, but as we can see, adults in it. This is one that parents can ride with their children. So this definitely seems like a nice little family friendly item. I think let's turn and we'll keep going this way. The next thing we're going to hit is actually Taz's rest stop, which is the baby change area. We have also got Sylvester out here doing a meet and greet. We're going to see if we can go just around them, because we've also got the board just past them that explains all the height for this little drop tower, which is currently out of service, but which is out of service, but we can still break down what are the height requirements for it. Okay, so we're at the next board. This one you have to be over 90 centimeters, but if you are between 90 to 105, you need to ride it with an adult, which does tell us, one, adults can ride this. I've been intending to ride it, just it's always been busy when we're here. But obviously if you're over 105, you can also ride it by yourself. And we've got a lot of the same sort of thing, but this also has hearing aids as something you're not allowed to bring on there. This one doesn't have smoking, so one could assume you could, but some makes me feel that this board is just new enough that they're not thinking people aren't going to realize you can't smoke anywhere inside the park. There's no designated area. But I think let's go this way. Let's keep moving around because the rain is starting up again, and that's the last thing we want to deal with. Okay, so next one is Tijuana Taxi with Speedy Gonzalez, which is a questionable character at the moment, but still. See if we can zoom in just so we're not out of the way. So you cannot ride if you are over 145 centimeters. So this is another one where adults and parents are banned from being able to go on it. But you also, on the same breath, cannot be under 106 centimeters. The do's and don'ts are, right, let's get down to that. Do's and don'ts are pretty much the same within everywhere. It doesn't have smoking on the list, but again, like I said, we think that Yosemite Sam's train or railway is more just a standout than the rules. So yeah, I think the next stop will be the driving school, which has got their board just at the front here. So let's get up there and see if we can see what this one's rules are. So you're over 90 centimeters, between 90 and 106, must ride it with an adult. I know adults can ride this one because this is actually one that I've gotten onto, but again, over the 106, looks like you can ride by yourself. Do's and don'ts are pretty much we've seen everywhere, so let's keep moving around, guys. Okay, so just came back to Tijuana Taxi because it was a close one for me to see. I've been pointing out, but a lot of them actually do have like this easy guide pole, so you can kind of line up easily. Over that you're good, but then there's here where we hit the 145 that you're no longer able to jump on this attraction. I think let's keep going around. We've got another board here, which I'm not sure if it's for the Looney Tunes splash pad. I think it could be. It is. I was going to say, or if it's for the merry-go-round, but no, it's a splash pad. So we have got rules for splash pad. Nothing about height. Just says swimsuits need to be worn. Swim diapers are required for those who are not toilet trained. All that seems really basic. There's also closed at the moment. But I think let's head around the corner because I can vaguely see their board there for the do's and don'ts for this merry-go-round carousel sort of thing. Okay, so it looks like there isn't a height restriction here. However, if you're under 105 centimeters, you do have to ride with an adult. It's a merry-go-round, so adults can ride. But there is also a subset rule here. If you're under 138, you can't actually choose one of the character seats. So that would have to be things like Bugs here or the Roadrunner. You'd have to actually have more one of these booths where you actually like properly seated down. So this one is the first attraction we found that's kind of acceptable for absolutely any age bracket. There's just rules with like maybe you have to have a parent with you. I think let's turn because we've got one last attraction to check out in this area, which is going to be the Roadrunner roller coaster. We've got the board right near the front, so let's get closer and we'll find out what the rules are for that one, guys. Okay, so the cutoff is you have to be above 110, but between 110 and 120 you need an adult. Again, I know adults can jump on this one because I have ridden this one, I think actually with you guys. So yeah, over that 120 you can ride by yourself. We'll get the same sort of do's and don'ts we've had on every single attraction so far. So I feel like they're kind of just cookie cutter for everything to make it easier. But yeah, that's every attraction in this like Ludobi kids area, like the designated kids area. It's still kind of spitting, but I think let's do a quick little whip to some of the other stuff. I'll kind of give you a quick breakdown of some of the other rides. I'm not going to do every single ride, but just the couple we come across that may be more child appropriate. So I think we're going to skip most of the coasters. The only one that could maybe be is the Kansas Twister. That's possibly kid friendly, but I was looking more to try to pay attention to like small kids, like toddlers sort of size, and that's really not going to work for them either. I was thinking maybe the scooter coaster, but even that I feel like it's going to end up having the exact same sort of height restrictions that like something like the Kansas Twister is going to have. I think let's check out some gift shops then, and then that may be where we leave it for the moment out here, but let's see what we can do, okay? Just as we're coming back up to the main part, the hub, Main Street, wherever you guys want to call it here, it looks like we have got a meet and greet going on with Batman and Robin and the Batmobile. This is one of their additional charge meet and greets, so we can see the gentleman out the front here holding the board. That is something else as an entertainment wise. There is no age restrictions or height restrictions on, so definitely something worth to check out. On that same note, just as we move around, I will point out that we also have a ton of different entertainment options at this particular park that is suitable for all. Just behind me here, we have got this stunt show. That is an option, but I would recommend, if that is something you intend on doing, maybe look into getting some form of like noise cancelling headphones or something if you have got very little ones, because that show does get very, very loud inside there, and that can be damaging to little ears. But it's cool. I think let's check out this gift shop and then we'll go from there. Okay, so it's still spitting. I did grab myself some stuff actually and a bag. I know. But I think let's check out what's going on externally here at the Scooby-Doo coaster, because we're only should be a couple of weeks now away from them finally reopening with version 3, which should be awesome to check out. But at the moment, besides the same set thing, the sign here missing, nothing really has changed here. I think let's turn and head back towards Main Street. We'll check out some of those other gift shops just at the end, but I think that's pretty much it. Because the plan of attack was mostly just to check out what rides and height restrictions within W Kids area and some of our smaller guests come out to the parks could and can't ride, as well as what can parents ride with them. These are a social thing in the parks, so definitely want to find out where parents and kids can share experiences. But I think for the moment, let's keep moving. We'll get towards the front, check out that last gift shop, and then we'll start moving, guys. Okay, just as we're walking right down the middle of Main Street, USA, lack of a better term, we can see just over in the corner there, you can see Marilyn Monroe is out here doing a meet and greet. And I'm 99% sure that is actually a character performer, not just a random guest that I'm happened to be filming. I think she's making her way over here to her fan meet and greet. So they can have the whole cliched skirt flowing up. Just off to the side, we've also got a meet and greet going on with Green Lantern and the Flash. However, I'll show you guys that. However, we've come to the gift shop that we were aiming for. So I think let's get inside. I'll see what I can see. I'll let you guys know if there's anything new, different or changed, and we'll go from there. So just got inside, but I think this Gremlins shirt seems new, saying 1984 Gremlins. I actually don't hate that. That's actually quite a nice shirt. That is at adult pricing. And we've also got this kind of almost like Electrical Light Parade style shirt here for the park. That's also adult pricing. Well, that's not too bad. I think, let's see what else is going on in here, guys. Oh, there's some new Flash hat, I believe. And that's $29.99, so 30. So there was nothing else in that gift shop that I hadn't shown you guys before. I think let's keep moving, but just before I do, I'm going to duck down to the Justice League ride and kind of show you guys the, what's it called, height requirements and everything for that attraction, because that's the only other one I think here that maybe some of our little guests can actually get onto. So I think let's see what that is and then we'll go from there, guys, okay? So here's our height board. So you have to be over 90, between 90 and 110 has to have an adult. We've got the same thing here with the measuring stick. So 90 is the yellow, so it means it needs a parental. 110 doesn't need anything, so that's why it's green. The do's and don'ts are pretty much the exact same as everything else. We can see they've actually got a bollard, like blockade down here towards Rival Coaster. I'm not sure if that's for some sort of refurbishment or just because of the weather. It would definitely be unpleasant, but also maybe a little dangerous to be riding the coaster in this sort of weather. I think let's turn and we'll start making our way out of the park, guys. However, saying that, if you guys have liked what you're seeing, please remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell, get notified next time I upload. Also, on the screen, like always, are my socials, but I guess that's a wrap. See you guys. Bye.